His face is the last thing I see before the screen glitches. Wide eyes, mouth half open, lungs bursting as he sprints out of the airport and into the black. Then nothing. Just the hum of static from the CCTV feed. That's how I first saw him, Lars Mittank, running for his life at 7:23 a.m. and nobody knew from what. The frame freezes on his figure mid-stride, a blur of panic, and something in that single image never left me. It was like he wasn't running away from something. He was running out of reality itself. I didn't mean to get obsessed. I was just a night shift security analyst at a data recovery firm, reviewing old surveillance archives for missing person cases. But when the file labeled Varna Airport 2014 Mittank footage landed on my desk, I couldn't look away. I played it again and again, every time hoping I'd notice something new. A shadow, a reflection, a reason. At first, it looked normal. Lars checked in, calm enough, though his eyes flickered everywhere, like he was listening to something the rest of us couldn't hear. He talked to a doctor the day before, had a minor ear injury, nothing serious. But after that, he refused his flight home, said he didn't feel safe. That night, he called his mum and whispered, "They're following me." Then, the next morning, he ran. I wanted answers. So I followed his last steps, frame by frame. There was something off about the footage. Every time Lars passed a security camera, there was a half-second flicker, like interference. Not normal pixel corruption. This was rhythmic, pulsing, almost alive. I extracted the frame data, slowed it to 1/12 speed, and enhanced the background. Behind him was something. Not a person, not quite. A shape, like a ripple of heat distortion, roughly human-sized, keeping pace just beyond the lens's focus. I blinked and it vanished. I thought I was imagining it, but then I found the same distortion reflected in a glass door 20 meters away. Same height, same angle, same impossible shimmer. You ever get that cold flush when you realize you're looking at something you're not supposed to see? That was me, 3 a.m., alone in the lab, the room humming with server fans. I rewound, played it again. Each time, I could almost feel Lars's terror bleeding through the screen, as if the fear itself had been recorded. I tracked his movement past the cameras, down the corridor, through the parking lot, and into the field beyond the fence. He vanished there. Nobody ever found him. No trace. But the feed didn't just end. For 12 seconds after he's gone, the camera kept rolling, still flickering, until it cut to black. And in the final frame, I swear, the distortion moved closer to the lens. That's when the lights in my office flickered. Once, twice, and I heard the faintest whisper from the speakers. Don't follow. What would you do if you saw something like that? Would you keep watching? Would you dig deeper or shut the file and walk away? I didn't walk away. I couldn't. I downloaded the footage, transferred it to an isolated system, and started cross-referencing with airport maintenance logs. I found something the public reports never mentioned. A power anomaly at the exact moment Lars ran. 3 cameras overloaded simultaneously, all on the same circuit. And right before the blackout, an unregistered device connected to the airport's wireless grid for exactly 6 seconds, transmitted 32 megabytes of data, then vanished. The IP address wasn't traceable, but its tag name? LM Return. That chilled me more than anything. I didn't tell my supervisor. I just kept digging. I mapped the interference patterns, overlaid them on the airport blueprint, and noticed they formed a perfect spiral. A spiral centered not in the terminal, but beneath it, near an old service tunnel sealed since 1999. The next night, I drove there myself. The tunnel entrance was hidden behind a rusted fence and a line of overgrown trees. I forced my way in, flashlight trembling. It smelled of salt and old electricity. My beam swept across the concrete, and that's when I saw it. Symbols scrawled in chalk, circular, repeating, like the interference pattern itself. In the center, an old phone, dead, screen shattered. I picked it up, and the display blinked once. A message flashed across the cracked glass. "Help me." Then it died. I don't know how long I stood there before I heard the footsteps. Slow, wet, echoing from the dark end of the tunnel. I called out, "Lars?" and the sound stopped. For a second, all I could hear was my own breathing. Then, a whisper, impossibly close. "Why did you watch it?" The flashlight flickered, then went out. I bolted, tripping over debris, scraping my hands bloody as I clawed toward the exit. When I reached the surface, dawn was breaking, and my car alarm was blaring. When I got home, every file I'd saved, gone, wiped clean, even the external drive I kept hidden. But there was one new file on my desktop, time-stamped 4:11 a.m., the exact time I'd been in that tunnel. The file name was Run. I clicked it, and there I was on CCTV, sprinting through the tunnel, just like Lars. Except, behind me, something moved. A blur, twisting through the light, almost human but not. The same distortion, the same pattern. That was 3 months ago. Since then, I've seen that flicker everywhere. In mirrors, TV screens, even my phone when the camera catches my reflection. Every time it's closer. Every time I hear the same whisper, "Don't follow." I don't know if Lars was running from it or to it. Maybe both. Maybe once you see it, you're marked. Like the footage carries something alive. I stopped sleeping. The static noise in my head won't fade. Last night, my own home security feed glitched for the first time. For a single frame, I saw myself running down the hallway and something right behind me. If you're watching this and you ever come across that footage, don't enhance it. Don't analyze it. Just forget it. Because once you start looking, it starts looking back. Anyway, that's the story of Lars Mittank and why some mysteries should stay unsolved. If you think you know what really happened, if you've got your own theory, drop it in the comments. Maybe together we'll piece it together. Or maybe we'll just open another door we shouldn't. Like the video if you made it this far, share it with someone who loves strange disappearances, and subscribe, if you dare, for more stories that might just follow you back. And if your screen flickers after this, don't worry. It's probably nothing. Probably.